Hi there. Welcome to the Electronic Emotions program. Today I'm going to start with my usual Dr. Pepper. It's a little bit bigger than normal, but I'm always good at that. Oh, don't fizz on me. Don't. Oh, nice. I like when it doesn't spill on me. It's good. Whoa. That was almost throw up. Anyway. Dr. Dr. Pepper is the absolute best drink ever, don't you think? I mean, why would you think anything else? I mean, join the bandwagon. Love it like the rest of us. Wait, you like Coke better? Like what Chris was drinking in his video? Like you want to have an opinion of your own and not be in the bandwagon with us. If you're not going to join the bandwagon, you know what you can do? You can GTFO, bro. GTFO. Ooh. Get the fuck out of here. I don't need you here. Get out of here, you non-bandwagon person. Pariah. Oh, hey, you're still here after that opening. Cool. Recently, Mr. Chris Creep made a video regarding the Intellivision Amico and the hate it's been getting. Mr. Brian Monkov made a response video to that, and I thought, hey, why don't I do the same thing? So my thoughts on why people might not like the Intellivision Amico are because the Coleco Chameleon and the Atari box have kind of been failures, and people don't really want to spend the time and effort to research and love the Intellivision Amico. I've done it, and I think it could be a really interesting thing coming out. I'm excited for it. But I understand if people, aren't giving it their time. Now, that is healthy skepticism, but not a healthy way to come up with, I hate it. So that comes to my opinion that it's the bandwagon is the major source of hate. Now, Chris mentioned Pat and Ian were hating on the Intellivision Amico, and people seem to like what they say, and so if they say it, yeah, they're going to agree with it, whether it's true or not, whether even they actually believe it or not, they'll make themselves believe it because fitting in is everything in social media, is it not? That's what has to happen. So, that's what it is. It's the bandwagon. People jumping on and hating something just because other people say so. So, yeah, initially a couple people might hate it, but then everyone else is going to just because. Look at E.T. for the 2600. I love that game. And, yeah, there's some criticisms, but wow, the hate it gets. And then the Wii U. Wow, that's a wonderful machine. I mean, it's not high tech, but it's got it really has a lot of cool features and really a lot of games that were cool for it before it died. And the bandwagon isn't always negative. Look at the Switch. It's a positive bandwagon, but again, is it really deserved? I mean, it's cool, but it's not brilliant. It's not as good as the Wii U. It's not as good as the 3DS, really. It's like a lesser of both worlds. And I think that's all it really is. It's just the bandwagon, and we just need more people to be out there spitting the truth, saying their true opinions based on facts. Don't love something outright, like oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. You have to love it or else. I mean, I love the PlayStation VR, but it's got some flaws. But I could just go with my passion and just go, blah, it's the most wonderful thing, and be just blind to all the negatives. I mean, you're never going to get progress that way. You'll never see it get better if you don't admit it's not perfect. And the same thing for things you don't like or you hate, It's good to criticize it, but point out the good things too. There usually is something. Almost every time. Maybe not Star Wars The Last Jedi. That's got nothing good in it. No, I'm sure I could find something. But the point is, even things we have extreme amounts of passion towards, kind of just step back, take a breath, and think about it. There's more to it than just your initial emotions, and that's what it is. It's any television hate is bandwagon and impulse thoughts. So you know what you need to do? Grab a Dr. Pepper, swig it back until you pass out, and then think it over. Oh. Okay, so I think I've established that I think that the bandwagon is the predominant factor as to why people are spewing so much hate towards the Intellivision Amico. Though I've said bandwagon, but why is it a negative band? Why are we pursuing the negative bandwagon instead of a positive one? Sure, there's the, like I said, the skeptical, part of it, but I think it's just the overall nature of gaming these days. There was a time, way back, when everything gaming was exciting. It didn't really matter if it was good or bad. It was, I'm controlling the people on the TV, even if they're square people, like in Adventure, like just, but over time, as we matured, it got funny to make fun of games, and a lot of games deserve it. I think it came to an absolute singularity when the Angry Video Game Nerd gained its popularity, because, man, funny stuff, right? But a lot of people wanted to copy him and be him, and hating games kind of became the norm. Even hating good games became normal just because all the cool kids did it. It was the bandwagon behavior. But I just want to go back to a couple magazines I have here. One of them is this Pac-Mania. Pac-Mania. I talked through it. Probably muffled my voice. It's a Pac-Mania book, and there's a bit of a review on the Atari. I just want to read it here going on. Unfortunately, many people, including us, were disappointed with the cartridge. Our major complaint concerned the graphics. All of the monsters are the same color and don't change much visually once Pac-Man eats an Energizer. You must rely primarily on your ears, not your eyes, to time your monster kills. Another problem concerns the joystick. With so many intricate moves through the maze, it becomes downright frustrating when the joystick doesn't respond accurately to your movements. Okay, no, those are the complaints people still spit to these days, and that makes sense. They're legit complaints. And that's the thing, they're not just going, it's an awful version of the game! Ugh! That's not how it is, right? The very next paragraph, it says here, enough of that, though. In the end, we have a lot of fun with this game, and the reason for that fun concerns the actual gameplay. Once you begin to master all the grids, turns, and paths, you'll find Atari's game to be both challenging and rewarding. And yeah, they reckon we weren't stupid back then. Like, you listen to everyone talk, me, Chris Call. We love Pac-Man, and we love the sound is still in our ears these days. Whatever the sound is, right? Kind of like a weird drum thing. That sound is still there. The game is still in our heads, but we recognize the flaws. They're real flaws. Your complaints are real, but the game is bad still. It rises above those. Okay. Also, I want to show you this Electronic Gaming Monthly issue here. They're talking about Rise of the Robots in this one little blurb, rated 3.5. And it says, this is by far the worst fighting game I've ever seen. It dwells too much on cinemas and its supposed eye-popping graphics. The gameplay is almost non-existent. The few moves are near impossible to do. In this game, trying to do a normal punch is on par to a special move. The animation really lacks, and it's just plain boring to watch. Rise of the Robots is a game that is just not fun to play. I don't like ripping on games, but ones as poor as this deserve it. Now, it's that last line that's important. I don't like ripping on games. That's what people like doing today. That's all people do today, right? Got to rip on the games. That's like their job as a reviewer. It seems, maybe not real reviewers, but a lot of the people trying to be cool. The second part of the line is, but games as bad as this deserve it. Deserve what? You didn't rip on it, actually. You just described why it's not a great game. That's not ripping. That's factually reporting on a game and giving an accurate review. But that is what was considered ripping on. And it was something that you didn't want to do. And that's it. That's Intellivision Amico. People are ripping on it because it's the cool thing to do. Because negativity in gaming is the norm. It's sad. It's awful. And, I think that's why a lot of people our age just don't stick around with it anymore. So, that's it. That's my 2 cents. I hope I didn't offend, and I'm allowed into the bandwagon parties even though I'm not a card-carrying member? Please?